Right, in our capsules where we're discussing what should be the ideal retention strategy for each IPL team, today it's the turn of none other than the Punjab Kings. What is it that they are likely to do, or what is it that they should do? They already have a new coach now.
Yep.
It's going to be Ricky Ponting. With him coming, does that change their mindset? They have an option of keeping 6 players, but will they keep those 6 players? If they do, whether they retain them, whether they do right to match, or do they go to the auction with lots of money in their bank and no retentions at all? I'm joined by Siddharth. We'll try and break it down for you. Siddharth's the most excited because he thinks it's going to be it's going to be very exciting next few minutes. Why do you say that?
Yeah, I think because I had a lot of difficulty in finalizing my retentions as far as Punjab Kings are concerned, and but then I had to come to a conclusion, and I have thought that maybe there could be a few retentions, but I won't be surprised. Like this is just my bold prediction. I would still feel that Punjab Kings overall, they might not retain more than 2 players or 3 players at max.
In fact, this is the team that I had the least trouble doing, because I would have gone by past history and said, don't want to keep anybody. You let everyone go back into the auction. That's what they do.
Yeah.
And they always go with the biggest purse to the auction table. At best, they retain 1 or 2 uncapped players at just 4 odd crores. So 2 uncapped players at 8 crore. That sort of a strategy is something that they do, and I still believe they could do that.
Yeah.
And so what I'm going to do this time, unlike all other videos where we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then do the 6th, which is uncapped, I'm going to reverse the order, because I think 1 is their history, and 2, the kind of players that they have, that these 2 are the first things that they'd want to just seal the deal with.
Yeah.
With 2 uncapped players. Are you thinking of the 2 players that I'm thinking of?
Absolutely.
Ashutosh is one of them?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Ashutosh. I hope I've got his spelling right.
Yeah.
At
It's
4
fine.
CR.
Yeah. Shashank.
Shashank is the other name. Okay. At 4 CR. I think the first 2 that they will do without any fuss, without any issue. And if you get these 2 at this price, that's another matter. These 2 say, no, we're going in the auction, we'll get a lot more money.
And there's a good chance they both might get more. Yeah.
You can then do RTM with them and say that, listen, we'll still get you. And they have the first right, so they could still use that, which is I've just written their name. They can always go with a right to match. So they may say, okay, fine, there's an understanding okay, you think you'll get more, go to the auction. If it is 6 CR, we'll still match it, we'll get it. We'll just see what happens at there. Now, do you have a retention at 18 CR, my friend?
I do have a retention, but I'm not sure whether the guy is going to go for 18 CR or not. I think they'll probably have him settle for a less, but then obviously 18 CR would be deducted from their purse.
Yeah. So just so our viewers know, hypothetically, let's say if it's Arshdeep, just hypothetically, and you think Arshdeep can come for less. So if you let's have a deal with Arshdeep at 14 CR. Again, hypothetically, 14 CR. You can have that deal, 14 CR done, but from your purse of 120 crore, 18 would be deducted.
Yeah.
So, but then you go with 4 crore less. So that's a decision that the franchise has to take, whether they want to do it or not. But we'll get to, I think there is a better way of going about that. There is a solution to that we'll get to. But do you have an 18 CR player in mind?
Arshdeep Singh.
18 CR. I'm not too sure I want to spend 18 CR with him.
See, any which ways, if I look at the other members also, if there's anyone who looks to be the most established member who could possibly be the face of, Punjab Kings going forward also, and in itself, is a local boy, it has to be Arshdeep Singh.
I would see, the thing is, the other one that comes to my mind, which probably can go for that much money, is Sam Curran. An all-rounder. Gave you some amount of runs, was hit and a miss, got 2 wickets as well. Didn't have an outstanding season, but didn't have a bad season either.
Yeah.
Okay, he came for big bucks as well. Rare ability to be a fast bowling all-rounder in IPL. Previous to that, had an outstanding T20 World Cup, so you would want to bet on him. Okay, maybe one season not great, another season. So what I would do, because see, if you have to retain a player, my solution, which I was saying, solution is that most of them I'll go for right to match. Because right to match is as good as retention, where I know that no matter what you do, I can get the player.
Okay.
Just that the price can go higher than at what we were retaining them, right?
Exactly.
But with these players, I'm not sure the price is going to go higher.
Exactly.
So if I am a Punjab Kings, I'm going right to match for everyone, because there's a good chance I may get Sam Curran not at 18, at 16, I'll take him. There's a good chance I may get Arshdeep not at 18, at 14,
13.
I'll take him.
True.
There is, so those are the players that I will do right to match. I will not want to spend, because the right to match is as good as having a player, but you can get. The only time you want to retain is when you're scared that he can go for more than the price. So right now, can you see of a player that can go for more than 18 CR?
I do, but obviously, his form hasn't really been great off late also.
Rabada.
Yeah. And
Kagiso Rabada.
Kagiso Rabada.
But because his form hasn't been great, do you think teams will bid for him 18 CR? I'll tell you what I had in plan. I have 3-4 players in mind that I want to keep,
same.
and I will use a right to match for all of them.
Okay.
In which case, I'm assuming that I can save up on the money that I go with.
See, any which ways, Punjab Kings have always had this thing about them that they, they're used to changing squads, coaches.
Correct.
There is no kind of loyalty also. But maybe
Correct.
I feel that, just maybe for once they would want to try and retain a couple of players. I'll just give, examples also. Maybe an Arshdeep, Prab Simran for that matter, he's uncapped. But
uncapped is gone. Uncaps are gone.
He's gone.
So,
any which ways, he cannot be retained.
Yes. So now you're left with, let's say, Arshdeep. You want to retain him at 18, or you want him to go to the auction and you might get him cheaper.
I would be tempted if I can get him a little less with the right to match card.
That's
also.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So my plan was this. Let's say hypothetically you've got an Arshdeep, right? I'm doing right to match for him. Okay. So that's RTM. That's my plan. That I will want him, but I'll do RTM. I will want a Sam Curran.
For RTM.
Provided he comes at a price that I want him for at RTM. I have the ability. He still remains a contracted player. I will want to get him at an RTM. So let him go into the auction. If he is in my budget, I think he'll be a good deal. If he comes in 15, 16 CR, fast bowling all-rounder, I'll match him. I'll get everyone that I'm going to mention now is going to be an RTM.
Okay.
Who else have you got?
Okay. Harshal Patel.
Harshal Patel, 100%. Your highest wicket taker, right? So Harshal Patel, absolutely. I'll go again, right to match, because the thing is, now people might say that, listen, Harshal Patel here at 11, but it won't be 11. As soon as you retain one person, it becomes 18.
Yes. So
if I only retain one, he becomes 18 automatically. Doesn't matter that I'm using right to match for these or not.
Exactly.
He becomes 18. So the question is, either Arshdeep, Sam, Harshal, anyone worth 18? I don't think so. Which is why I'm going. Unless you look at it like this, that okay, I will pay, again, I give you another math to do this. What would be, let's say, a good price to get Arshdeep for 14 CR?
10 to anywhere between 10 to 15.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
12
go
to 15.
14.
Yeah.
Somewhere same range here, right?
15. Yeah.
14, yeah, so 14. 14.
Harshal Patel.
14. So let's do the 3 at
42 maybe each.
42.
42, yeah.
Now if I retain them, I retain them for
43.
43.
Yeah.
So now I can think of a retention. Now what I can do, if I want to do, see, that's what I'm trying to say. What I could do is this, and I'm allowed to do that. If you're thinking like that, then I'm allowed to do it. This is the other way of looking at it. That if you don't want to get into the
RTM thing,
to the RTM at all, let's say 14. Okay, 14. And I will have to up it to 15, right? One of them.
Yeah, 15.
So let's say 14, and I give him 15.
Yeah.
I can do this, by the way.
Yes.
This is allowed, so long as this much money I am spending in I can adjust it there, but this much money has to come out of my purse. So I can do 15, 14, 14. I can, as if I'm below the level. So now these 3 retentions, I can do it at that.
Yes.
Now that takes me to 4th. Obviously now there is no 18 crore.
Yeah.
Here where I can use my right to match card. You have a player in mind?
Yeah, absolutely. Jitesh Sharma.
Jitesh is one.
For that matter.
Did not have a great time. In fact, you can actually put Kagiso here as well. Like if I get a Kagiso for 14 or 15, I would not mind it. You know, if I was to get a Kagiso Rabada, in fact, let me do that. That might just be better.
See, in case of, you know,
because Kagiso can go for more.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if I have a Kagiso here,
at 14 should not be a problem.
right?
Yeah.
So you go for Kagiso here.
Yeah.
And now I don't want to spend 18 CR on a Sam Curran,
Curran, yeah.
hypothetically.
RTM.
Yeah, then I go Curran, right? Sam Curran at RTM.
Yeah. Same goes
And
for
I
Jitesh.
think, but now I'm done. My slots are done.
Obviously you're done. Yeah.
Where will I fit
these two? Yeah. So any which ways, you know, Jitesh Sharma goes into auction then.
Yes, he does. Yeah. And he didn't have a great season last time around. So this is one way. Teams can also think of, okay, you know, pay 18 to Sam Curran, or you can even pay 14 to Sam Curran. If he agrees, he can be retained, but your purse will be deducted of 18 CR. So that will come out of your purse. Right now I'm saying if you go right to match with Sam Curran, then there is a good idea that you can get him for 14.
True. See, I also have one thing in mind, that why I think Punjab Kings might opt to retain a Jitesh Sharma. Simple cricketing reason, he solves, you know, two purposes for you: keeping and batting.
But if you have enough money, if you go, you will get a wicket keeper batter, like we did a previous team as well.
But then he's obviously, you know, part of the leadership group, wasn't there, you know, designated vice captain, but then he didn't go on to, you know,
but does it make sense to retain at any of this price? No. So at best you will do is then you can get rid of a Sam Curran and go for a right to match for a Jitesh. You can do that. You'll get it at cheaper. Whoever you do, you'll go for right for a match card, right? You're not paying 18 CR at that level.
So that's a little harsh for maybe both Prabh Simran and Jitesh here.
Yeah, I agree. But how do you fit it?
Deserve to be, you know, retained, but then
unless Punjab does what they do, they let go of everyone and they keep the right to match. So they may go for right to match for a Prabh Simran or a Jitesh and whatever, and then they allow them to just go anyway or bid for them at the highest amount. But I think this seems like the most sensible sort of strategy. You can always pay and get your wicketkeeper batter or your openers or whatever else you want. But if you want to retain these players, so let's do our math now. This is at 43.
Yeah,
we've arrived at 43, which is what we had to. So 43 here, going with another 14 here.
Yeah.
Okay, so you save
57,
that is
57,
57 and 8, 65. So 65 is what we are spending.
And they have 55 remaining.
55 remaining for the 12 players. So if we divide 55 by 12, we know. So we have a 4.5 CR per player purse remaining for the remaining 12 players minimum, which I think again is healthy, pretty much what most teams will have if they retain these many players. So this is what we think. Anything else you want to add?
No, I think
that's
fine.
Pretty much it. You know,
you're harsh on both Prabh Simran and Jitesh Sharma, but then I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Because these two definitely deserve to be retained because of the impact that they had.
I agree. You let us know what you would do if you were on the auction table, or in fact not auction table, this is to be done before that, if you were in the team management of Punjab Kings. We'd love to know your comments, and please give us a like. We really appreciate that every time you do that on our video, and share it with the rest of the cricketing community that you're a part of. For the moment, from Siddharth and I, bye-bye. And don't forget to subscribe to Sports Today. Press that bell icon too. Bye-bye.